Good morning. Happy Saturday. I just checked on the tree. I'm ridiculous. I keep looking at it thinking I'm going to see new things on it overnight. That's not how this works, Deb. That's not how. I'm getting ready to go to the Greensboro shrub nursery, and I'm wanting to pick up some more hydrangeas to go along the fence line. This fence line has been bare ever since we bought the house, which is 3 years ago. I just couldn't decide what I wanted, and I think I finally decided. I think it will fill out and it will look good. I'll show you what kind of hydrangea that I'm getting and why, and I'll show you also what I've done to the fence. This is the spot that has basically been bare ever since we bought the house almost 5 years ago in August, and I want a line of hydrangeas now. Before I was going to build some raised flower beds. I just don't think it's going to work very well. I like this corner just because I think it will fill in and it will look okay. But I want maybe 6 or 7 hydrangea plants along this line. Also, there is a ton of ivy coming over from the other side of the fence. So instead of clipping it back this year, I wove it in between some of the fence slats, or whatever those are called, fence holes, because I want it to fill up kind of like this fence is doing. I'm not worried about the fence being ruined because I'll go through it once or twice a year and thin it out. But I think that way it will give it more of a kind of hide the fence. And I'm going to bring in some dirt to raise this because it's very, very flat. And let's take a peek at the hydrangeas that I want to use. So last year I did this area. This was so full of weeds. I'll see if I can find a picture. But this was all weeds. And I built the rock wall. I cleaned everything out, built the rock wall, and I planted some hydrangeas. And I planted actually 3 different kinds now that I'm thinking of it. These I think need a drink. That is one type. That is another type. And then this is the one that I want to use along the fence line back here. These, because I like the way they kind of stand up. They're not low-lying to the ground. And I think they'll grow faster and they'll fill out that area quicker. And they get white blooms in June and July. I am slowly dying outside. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I'm not complaining because I love the heat. It's just where I'm working is in the sun and it is extremely hot. So I have to keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And I've shown you this before. This liquid IV, if you don't know what this is a powder that you add to your water. It kind of acts like Gatorade. This is what is in it. Whoops, sorry. There we go. That's better. And I love this much more than Gatorade because you can add as much as you want or as little as you want. So for this packet, I add the whole thing to this water and I stir it up really well. And this golden cherry is absolutely delicious. And for days like today where I'm outside and I'm sweating a lot, I always drink this. I drink this when I play tennis, when I'm working outside. Anytime I feel like I am depleted, this stuff is amazing. I go through this like very quickly. I did buy the bushes. I'm going to take you outside and show you this. You'll see why I'm taking frequent breaks because it's right out in the sun and I think it's 90 some. It's a little on the warm side. But I discovered something when I started clearing everything out. I realized that it's not even. When I was starting to clear all this out, I was standing on this end and looking down here, and I could see that right there was way more narrow than it is here. So I was measuring from these posts out, and it's 58 inches. And then from this post here, 58 inches is here. So I have to remove, I have to remove a foot of grass all the way down to the end. But it's going to look a lot better, and it will give these bushes a lot more room to grow and spread, and I can put them in the middle, and that way if I want anything along here, then I also have room there. And I didn't show you the bushes. These are it. I think they're limelight. I think that's what they look like when they bloom. I got 6 of them because they will get pretty big, and I need to space them 4 feet apart. This is 25. So there will be 6 little bushes all in a row.